Hello, this is Scott Hartkoff from LyffeLab. I'm going to do a quick overview on our model called Stratum. Stratum is a highly trained large language model focused on workplace strategy and the future of work. It's trained at a level, it tests out at actually a PhD level of knowledge regarding workplace strategy. Um, so what we're going to do here is go through some pre-done prompting. Basically, what is Stratum? Stratum helps organizations decide how work should happen, how much space they need, and what kind of environments will support performance. Um, it's built to connect business priorities, workforce behavior, and occupancy evidence into clear recommendations. And then it goes in to ask what the user's major challenges in the workplace. And here's a pretty good function that you're going to like. If you go and put in workplace, semicolon, and then a client name, it'll go out and research that client and go through all available documents about their workplace, including SEC filings. It'll come back, and here we're asking it to build a workplace intelligence profile for this company, identifying the 1 to 3 workplace decisions leaders most likely facing. So that kind of, if you're prospecting and you really want to kind of get a good idea and have a conversation with a client, this is a good starting point. So it actually goes out, did the research. It took about a minute and a half to do the thinking, and it came back with a thesis on Apple, what they're facing. Here's the 3 major issues. And it goes again into a deeper dive of workplace issues and future work issues that Apple will be regarding. So again, it's just a real good way, and it goes into the different locations, how that might differ. Difficult information to try to research yourself without a tool like this that's trained on what to look for. So that's just one example. The next example I'm going to give is the client, their HR department wants more in-time ops for culture. Finance wants to cut 20% of the space. Business unit leaders say a mandate will hurt retention. Give me the recommendation, the operating model, the KPI set, and the next 90 days of action steps. So it went out based on that prompt and came up with some really high value information. What they should be analyzing, the KPIs, and then a detailed plan for 90 days on how to evaluate that. The next example is with data. There's data here. We have 1,800 people, 1,050 seats, badge data, Wi-Fi data, and heavy Tuesday through Thursday peaks. Tell me whether the seat supply is enough, what sharing ratio is supportable, what buffers to use, and what decision threshold should trigger adding or removing seats. And it goes through and does all that. The model is really highly trained to do really deep quantitative analysis. If you have the data, it can actually analyze that in so many different ways, just based on what your requests are. And it goes through and analyzes it, and it comes back and says, what are the next steps you can do on that? Just kind of a quick example of how to use data points. The next one's saying we're an office furniture dealership helping a 900-person hybrid client redesign a floor, build a decision-ready workplace concept by work archetype, what settings to prioritize, what to reduce, and to pilot first, and how to explain the furniture choices in business terms. Having been a dealer, this is like typical things that you run into, advising the client. So it goes through and based on the information, comes back with an overall thesis, goes back into recommendations, kind of go into the prioritization, types of rooms to reduce, what type of ones to focus on. Again, very helpful if you're trying to put together a plan for them and have a discussion on it. Then it goes into how to explain to the client in business terms what the different applications would be in the furniture that'd be used for it. And then it goes into taking into a deeper, if you want a one-page client-facing concept brief to do that. So again, many different uses for it. This is just 4 examples, but I just want to give you some insights on Stratum from LyffeLab.